We spoke recently, didn't we, about where did that 33 million plus that the wonderful Captain Tom helped raise by walking around his backyard went to with the NHS. I think I may have found out some of it anyway, at least. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Hope you're all keeping well today, as ever. Now we're talking really about a close subject matter to my heart, having gone through a few wars recently. I don't know about you, but when you go to the doctors now, it's a minefield, isn't it, you know? I'd love to know, in fact, what it's like in your part of the country, because over here in the United Kingdom, you can't just go in and make an appointment now. Oh no, you have to be digitally enhanced. And then they want to bombard you at any moment with texts about this vaccine, that vaccine, the flu, the vitamin D, going to asthma clinics, even though you don't have asthma. Did I want to attend pregnancy classes? Because I might be. Really? I mean, this is the level of interest that they have in your health. It's quite worrying, isn't it? And then, as I say, we saw the wonderful work that the brilliant Captain Tom did to try and raise all of that money for the National Health Service, which is a little bit debatable as to where that's now gone. But of course, we hope it will all be resolved and in good order really soon. But here's a story that really will make you go mad with wokeness, because when you think about it, this is truly, I believe, where the money is wasted. Now, we recently saw an ambulance across London with the gay pride flag painted across. Not cheap, you know, to repaint ambulances. How much does that cost? And why do we need that? If they wanted to be inclusive, why not just put a flag in the window or on top of the roof with a little gum sticker or something? Everything is ridiculously expensive for no good reason for the patient. But now, GPs across the United Kingdom, Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales had a conference recently, and they're basically deciding whether we need to make people more inclusive by getting use of the phrase, should I say getting rid of the phrase, Mr, Mrs, Miss. So you'll just be given your name, right? This, as I say, is to make us all a little bit more inclusive. And also they discuss the options of, pronouns on badges, that sort of stuff. Should they be now used? And, again, should we be using more sort of signal virtue stuff that they want to make sure that everybody feels they've ticked the relevant box? Wouldn't it be more prevalent and wonderful if our once admired and revered National Health Service could simply get the waiting times down by answering the phone, employ people that actually know what they're talking about, and more importantly, actually getting some one-to-one time with your GP. To give you an example, my local GP back in Yorkshire is on £83,000 a year. That's way and above the average, isn't it, for your national salary? But yet apparently, if I want to get an appointment with him, I've virtually got to do cartwheels, an episode of the Can-Can, and then, if I'm lucky, I might get a Zoom chat. I know, and you're paying for this, remember. So next time you go to the doctors and they refuse to address you by your formal name, whether that be Mr, Miss or Mrs, do complain, because it is you that are paying for these services. And while they may want to sit in a conference and decide exactly what they want to waste even more money on, good money that Captain Tom Moore did so much to do for the NHS, then again, as I say, think again, because quite frankly, if you wonder why the NHS is in a bad way, it's not always to do with the fact that there's waiting times and lack of doctors and nurses. This truly is what they are wasting your money on. Wokery gone mad at, of course, the NHS. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.